All right, so good afternoon. So sorry, and we're just coming live. We had a bit of a technical issue in the background, but because this is an interesting topic for me, I can see 19 people already watching. I would like you to invite your family and your friends. We're having a special edition of this conversation. The reason is simple. I have someone who we call the Purity Mama, and I have invited her to come and talk about, raising sexually pure children. This is a conversation that is very, very, very key to every single one of us. And, how we're having this conversation apparently isn't the way that, we should be having it. So there are experts, I believe in expertism, I believe in professionalism. And Tetima have been doing sexual purity for years now. So she's going to be sharing from her wealth of knowledge as regards sexual purity. Raising sexually pure children starts with you. Hello, mom. My mom is here. Say hello to my mom. So, and we're going to be having this conversation in depthly, sharing, back and forth on why raising sexually pure children starts with you. And Tetima is the founder of the Responsible Teens Academy. If you're on TIP Academy, you know that Antetima is not a visitor. All right. So Antetima is an inner circle parent, a friend, a sister. The academy also works with the Responsible Teens Academy. So, of course, you know that Antetima is here and have always been here. And Tetima also runs the Girls Hub, all right, a program for girls that she will also be talking more about. Thank you to everybody who is saying good afternoon or saying hello to Momsi. Thank you to you guys. All right, so we're going to start that conversation, and Tetima is already here, and I'm going to bring her up, like I said. When it comes to the conversation on sexual purity, some of us know that, that's a core for Tetima. Some of us are even learning work. When it comes to those conversations, we bring Atiatima, pay her, sit her, and say, come and teach us. And that's her forte. So we don't even, but I can't even take credit for, that part of it, of my journey. Like I told you in the morning, when it comes to this, journey, you're going to know when you need professionals in. And this is one of those times that I'm bringing you one. So Auntie Tima, thank you for being here on a very short notice, as usual.
Yes, coach, only you can do that.
I just told my team after they, shared the flyer, and I said, "Why are you guys telling me to talk about raising sexually pure children? What's that? What happened to Auntie Tima? Please, bully her wherever she is, so that she can talk about this topic." Thank you so
Thank
much, Ma. We
you.
don't have the
Thank
time
you,
for
coach.
granted.
I appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
time. So, Auntie Tima, this is your forte. Of course, I'm going to be sitting backstage,
Coach, what does
listening.
that mean? We're supposed to be having this conversation together.
But so I'm going to be in a corner and I'm going to be listening to you like the professional. The first time I heard about purity kids, sexual purity, I was like, Omo, this is on another new level. I thought I knew what purity meant. And if you read Maintain Your White, authored by Coach Etima Ome, she doesn't like me to call her coach. She's a teens coach. She says her name is Auntie Etima. Right? So if you read that book, you see how insightful it is. After we read that book, particularly in my own house, where we're reading that book in level one now, Maintain Your White for teenagers. And we read it. I said it wasn't enough. I called her and set up a session with my friend, with my children and her friends. I said, Ma, please, I need you to come and have a session, review this book with them, talk about it yourself, so that they are feeling this. The author came to our house, this kind of thing. I'm a very powerful person. And then we brought the author right in our bedroom, There's
Coach,
this feel. I'm
please.
sure that when they go to their school, they'll say, my parents used to even we read books. My parents would bring authors to our house to come and review the books with us. All right. So, that's some, powerful parenting tricks we pull there. All right. So I've given you one expo, yeah. So, but if you're going to bring out Tetima, just be ready to pay because she will not come for free. Anyway, that's by the way. And Tetima, thank you. Welcome. Yesterday was uh, World Purity Day. Please, you're in a better position to say this. Thank you, ma.
Thank you, Coach. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, loud and clear, ma.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Coach, for this
Yes, I can
privilege.
hear you.
I'm very excited to be here, and
I
I
can hear
cover
you.
the network. I cover the network with the blood of Jesus, so that we can
Hello,
have
Auntie
this
Tima.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I can hear you, ma'am. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I celebrate you all. Hello, mommy. Hello to mommy. Okay, so yesterday was World Sexual Purity Day, and every year we come out as purity advocates, purity ambassadors to re-emphasize and not to assume that everybody understands what purity is. When I was starting off, people kept saying, is virginity. I said no. There's a very big difference between virginity and purity. So that you don't take yourself out and say, "Oh, I'm not a virgin. This conversation is not for me." No. In
Mm,
fact, purity is a higher level of virginity because some people are
mm,
virgins, they're very impure in their way of life. So, purity, what does it mean? I don't know if there's anybody that really has thought about the meaning of purity. Purity is a state of cleanliness, is a state of being with non contamination in terms of your thoughts, your actions, your words. Purity is a decision that you take. It's not it's not it's not a gift. You're not given purity. You decide to stay pure because purity is tough. Purity is your responsibility, and purity is something that I have just discovered can be handed down. The way the Bible says, hand over your faith to your
mm.
children. You can actually hand over purity to your children. You can hand over purity to the next generation. So
Mm,
when we act as if it starts and stops with us, we are creating trouble, and we
mm,
feel like, oh, it's just about me.
mm,
Once my children are just pure, I'm fine. No, the lack of purity in your home, in your life, is going to affect your children, it's going to affect their peers, it's going to affect another family and another family, and then the world becomes a terrible place. Now, I've had a challenge with the way purity is being taught, and that is why many teenagers, many young people don't want to hear about purity. They tell you things like, yesterday somebody was saying to me that anytime she tries to talk about this thing with her daughter is like, "Mommy, please stop." It's
mm,
because of how we have painted it. We have made it look like a burden. We have made it look like suffering. We have made it look like you're losing when you're
mm,
staying. That's why when I started the campaign, I made it the next best thing to ice cream.
mm.
To the extent that if you're not staying pure, you're worried. You would want to hear. Talking about the World Purity Day, we just celebrated it over the weekend with some teenagers, and I heard two boys.
Hello, can you guys still hear Auntie Tima? Can you guys still hear Auntie Tima, please? If you can, let me see your comment in the comment section. Let me be sure that it's not me because I know that I can't hear her anymore. Auntie Tima, I think we lost you.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yes, please. Please
So,
remember to share this link with your family and your friends as we're talking about purity. You can already hear, we're already at the point where, um, and Tetima, you got Mom C even making comments in comment section today, plenty. That's very interesting. And
thank you, mommy.
Entertainment is already giving us some, some buzz buzz when it comes to purity. And I'm already taking notes. Like you can see that this is not my forte, but and you can see that somebody is already dissecting it in a different kind of way. So I would say, oh, your child should be. So now you see how purity is going. So Tetima, my book is here with me. Please continue.
Okay,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much, ma.
So when we are sharing about purity, one thing that children and teenagers want to see is that it is something that is interesting. Now, if you make them feel like it is punishment, they are going to resist you, because children love fun. Okay, children love what they call vibes. They love the energy, they love, all the ferere that has to do with a particular issue. When you want to talk about sex education or purity, you need content. I keep saying these things. You need
Mm.
content. You need to know what you are saying. You need, so that you even know what you're doing and what you're modeling, so that the children can understand. If you make it look like it's all about sex, it's all about sex, it's all about sex, you are going to lose these children, because many of them are not even sexually active. And then you just come and start
Okay, I
saying,
think can't it. Okay, you're
don't
back.
sleep with a boy, don't sleep with a girl. Once you center your message around sex, you're going to lose that child.
Mm.
Purity is a lifestyle. Purity is a way you live. That's why I mentioned that it is guarding your heart, your eyes, your ears, and your thoughts. Those are the gateways to your life. So if you're mindful of what you see, what you hear, what you think of, and how you behave, that is purity. So it's not an event, it's an everyday life. When you sit down and you tell your children, we want to have I want to teach you about purity, sit down, let's have a meeting, and you start teaching, you lose them.
Mm.
It now sounds like, oh, there mommy goes again, oh, daddy has come again. It should be in your everyday conversations. It should be, coach. I remember when we attended the Sex Educate Like a Pro, and
Mm.
you were sharing about how the sex conversations is in the drugs, is in alcohol, it's in what we watch. That's how to get in purity. When you're having your sex conversations, you you make it look like it's everyday life, because that is actually what it is. Now,
Mm.
when you're having your sex conversations or the purity education, whatever you want to call it, you need to let your child know that it's your responsibility. My
Mm.
job is to assist you, is to help you.
Mm.
I am not to,
Mm.
some of us want to live we want to live our children's lives. Why? Do you know that many parents have pushed their
You want to
children
take their
into
share.
morality? You want to just collect it. Many parents have pushed, teenagers have shared with me that my mom suspected me so much that I started to do what she said I am doing.
Oh
Why
wow.
are you taking it so personal? You haven't taught them well. If you have taught them well, why don't you trust them? And all you do is hold them accountable. If you make it look like, oh, why are you talking to a boy? Why are you talking to a girl? It's not that one. You are spoiled. You're going to get pregnant. You start putting ideas into their head.
Mm.
What you need to do is to teach them right, and then help them set up a structure and own it. That's why I preach to my teenagers. Purity, you see my t-shirt. Purity is pretty, profitable, peaceful. I have painted the benefits of purity, that by yourself, if I sell you the product of purity, you will buy it.
Mm.
It's your business if you decide to live an immoral life. Your life will be complicated. When I finish sharing stories with you, you will understand that this purity is for your good. So
Okay, so I think we've lost Auntie a bit again, and I'm sure that she's going to be back here sharing with us. Auntie is sharing with us on raising sexually pure children, and the topic is raising sexually pure children starts with you. And Auntie has been trying to put an introduction to this conversation with us. And, in a form of introduction, she has explained to us why purity is not just something you just wake up, it's not an event. Oh, you need to be pure. it is an ongoing conversation. Just like I said in my book, in my upcoming book, Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro Volume 2. If you have not pre-ordered that book, or your is your case, you will miss. You snooze, you miss,
You
and
lose.
you lose. You lose, you miss and you lose. And you're going to pay 5K for the book in the next 10 days, I can assure you. Unapologetically so. When you give me money, I relish it. As in, when I make, I relish the money you give me. As in, I am glad. So if I give you a discount and you don't take it and you want to pay the extra, I'm so happy. So please, by all means, come and pay 5K for the book instead of 3.5. All right. But if you can actually pre-order the books, and I know that quite a number of people have pre-ordered the book, 2,000 plus. In that book, I was saying that sex conversation has gone beyond the mechanics of sex. That's what parents are still teaching. Private part, public part. When somebody puts penis in vagina, that's not what we're talking about anymore. Sex conversation have now moved to, life of purity, the things that you do and all of that. And Tetima, let me tell you one of the things that happened in one of the book reviews in level one. You were not there. And when the book review was going on, that was Coach Ebuka who said, who is in your garden? You know the topic of who is in your garden. All
Yeah.
right. Fact. Okay. Who is in your garden? In fact, let me leave this for a later conversation. Let me allow Auntie Tima to finish that part.
I was
So that
itching to hear.
yes, please, I will share that with you so that you can stay here, invite your friends and your family so that you can hear part of what happens in the inner circle a bit. Auntie Tima, please go on.
Okay, so when you have gotten that background that I'm supposed to make purity interesting, I'm supposed to make it attractive, I'm supposed to paint the benefit. We are quick to paint the consequences. If you can't
Mm,
get pregnant, if you bring shame, if you're painting that, and psychologists have said that that thing you're doing is even attractive. It even
mm,
attracts. I don't
mhm.
know the science behind
It
it.
does. It does. The puberty brain is
Yes,
excited. Yes.
I want to see this thing. I want to experience it. That
Yes.
bad? Okay. But what we can rather do is to paint all the beauty that comes with it. Now,
Mm,
let me go straight to how purity starts with you. What is your own mindset about this whole purity thing? For me, I see it as less headache, less trouble. I see it as peace. And so, because I love my peace, because I love my sanity, I'm disposed to it very easily. The things that we do not say, the things that we do not preach, our children are watching. There are so many times I've had these conversations with teenagers, and they just roll their eyes like my parents are just hypocrites. The first day a child called his
oh,
parents hypocrite, I was embarrassed for the parents. So they think we don't know, they think we are not seeing. You're making a decision, you're having a conversation, and you think that because you are married, because you're an adult, because you are a parent, so the purity rules don't affect you. It's wrong. It's wrong. Now, the first thing that we do that preaches purity or immorality is what we value, what we appreciate, what we who we follow. I know some people want to stay woke, they want to stay current, so they follow all sorts of people. I
oh,
don't envy you. I'm sorry. When they are
okay.
like, this person has 1 million followers, I'm like, how did, is it that we don't know why we follow
Who are
people?
the people? Who are the people
What,
following?
why are we following? I thought we are supposed to follow people we can learn from, you know. There should be a reason, somebody that makes your life better. Or is it that we just follow randomly? I
Hmm.
really want to understand, because your children can tell, they are digital natives. They can even tell the people you're following.
Mhm.
And then they can predict and tell your value. So your value system is not what you are preaching. In this family, we stand for purity, we're children of God, we're godly. How be it? You are following somebody. You are following somebody who does not stand for purity. How so? You can't separate it. Who you follow, what you appreciate is a part of your value system. That's all value now. Value is something you cherish, something you hold in high esteem. So you can't be following. I cannot count how many times I've had to delete, unfollow, and block people that, in the name of they are trying to do a marketing, they come and they are nude. I don't care what you are selling. You can be selling a heavenly undies, or selling a heavenly fruits or cream. Why are you naked on my screen? There was a particular one, big bum bum. Every time you just open your screen, her bum bum is out. I don't care what she was selling. I just unblocked and unfollowed because my daughter is not going to is not going to understand that I was
Mm-mm.
following her because she's selling skincare, natural skincare product. She's not going to understand. She's
Mm.
going to just think that okay, it's fine to just once in a while just follow these people, just know what is happening.
Mm.
No, so, what do you value? When you look at a picture, a billboard, when you look at something that is displayed, are you admiring or are you irritated? Your child is watching. That's purity education.
Mm.
That's sex education without, that's a non-verbal sex education or purity education. What do you value? Who do you appreciate? The people that you like, even physically. Oh, I like that lady. She's just hot. She's just sexy. Let's not even go there about this whole sexy thing. Oh, she's just sexy. She's just a sexy. Your children are like, oh wow, okay, sexy. Yeah. Meanwhile, you've just finished preaching
Mm.
about purity, but you are valuing and appreciating somebody that doesn't have a clue about this whole purity thing. The second thing would be, what are you listening to? What is playing around your home, on your phone, laptop? What are the things that are coming into your ears? Remember that purity is part of what you see, what you hear, what you think of, what you read. So what kind of music is playing in your home? You think that it's only um just what you're saying. You don't know that your child is watching. Oh, mommy really likes this musician. And this child knows that this musician is everything but pure. So they're like, okay, musician, purity. How? It doesn't add up. Because all you were preaching was don't sleep with somebody that is not your husband. But we can get sensual and we can begin to think immoral thoughts, which is impurity, when we listen to certain music. Let's not even kid it. There's a particular channel on DSTV. Every time I put on that channel, somebody's coach is laughing. Even my teenagers, they now know that channel. I've demarketed that channel a lot. Every time you put it on, people are
So,
naked in the bathroom.
sorry, Atetima. Let me say this. So I had traveled with Atetima somewhere, and we are on a work trip, and at the airport, and then you see her stunned. Literally, I'm not joking. And Atetima was looking at the TV, and this particular channel was showing. Is a music channel, and she just turned to me, Coach. Why is there bomb bomb everywhere? I think, I think, I think that was the most hilarious thing.
You were
I
just
looked,
laughing. You were just
I,
laughing
I
at
was just laughing. I looked at her. I said, "This woman, why public?"
me. Not just bomb, oily one. The one that they will use. you
But these
know,
conversations are
are the
so
things.
funny.
These are the, you see, as simple, and we're even laughing, we're finding it funny. That's how purity education comes. That's it.
Mm,
That's
mm,
how you're able to influence your child's choice of songs.
mm,
There are some songs. There was a time I went to make my hair. I heard this song by a particular musician. I felt dirty. I felt teenagers have been telling me about the song, but because I will not go and listen to it because I want to teach, it has nothing to do with my teaching. I will not listen to it. I just sat down. This song, I don't know how we actually survive these songs. Like, are we
are
serious?
you normal?
How are you surviving this kind of song? I felt dirty. You know, there's a way you react to it. Your child knows that, oh no, this is not that. At a point, it begins to irritate them. But when you accept it, when it looks like, oh, is it right? Okay, who sang this song? Oh, really? I need to download it. I need to get the lyrics. Ah, it's true. Ah. Or you say something like, this song is actually really nice, except that it has some lines. Of, what does that mean? Is not good, is not good. Why stay in the middle? So the kind of songs that we listen to or we allow to play, there's something coach always talks about programming. You're not the one playing it, but you're allowing it to play. It's a problem. I've gone to the hospital before, and that kind of that channel in particular we're talking about was playing. I told the nurse, I said, ma, this hospital, do we want people to actually get well here or remain sick? Why are you playing this kind of song in the reception and their children? Why? Because we're permitting these things, we're allowing it, we're indirectly sensitizing and sexualizing our children. It doesn't
And but
matter what you're thinking.
and you know, Auntie Tima, sorry to cut you in, and you know, like what can I say, we actually bankroll the devil. I will say this over and again. Put up, let one of those musicians. I was watching when Naira Mali, one of those musicians, was in Abuja or something, and I looked at the demography of the people that were in this concert. They were parents, and you
What?
know, it got me worried. Yes, quite a number. And you know, it got me worried, and I was asking the question. All right. And I said, this is a concert by someone who are saying, oh, the children of these days, oh, they're following people like Naira Mali, they're following this. But you know, we're there. And then we go for these concerts, we're all jumping everywhere, we're even snapping with him and
You
posting
know,
Instagram, status, because according to us, we have seen celebrity and all of that and all of that. And then when we finish, we now come back to complain. Yet, when there is a purity conference, for instance, for teenagers, you don't find a parent to come and ask you, why are we paying for
mm-hmm.
it?
Mm.
But when Naira Mali did concert, you paid. Oh.
Ahead
You
of time.
bankroll the
What
devil,
VIP? What
come
VIP
back to
ticket?
you go back to complain. How? What are you
From
complaining
VIP.
about? We pay for
VIP.
somebody who said Superman has gone woke. I said, the Superman will show in cinemas, we pay 5,000,
Mm,
10,000 to go
mm,
and watch Superman. He
mm,
has gone woke. You still watch the woke Superman, and then you are
mm-hmm,
complaining. We have no
mm.
reason to complain because we are bankrolling the devil in the real sense of it. We
Yeah.
bankroll all of these activities. You find out that I keep saying it. You find out that people who are doing entertainment wearing female clothes who are male, according to Ebuka, Coach Ebuka
Mm,
will say, I don't get it. I don't know what's funny that a male
mm.
is wearing a female clothes and you are
And we
laughing.
are
And
laughing.
then you have 2 million people following them. And the people who are actually doing what is right do not have that number of followers. Are we kidding? So
Mm.
our value system is actually, it's twisted. And that's one of
Yeah.
the things,
Double
it was
face.
very pretentious. And that's why the teenagers these days say that their parents are hypocritical. And the Tima is a teens coach. I'm sure she hears that a lot. Teenagers,
Yes.
we parents are hypocritical. And that's the truth because we were raised to be hypocritical. That's what our upbringing gave us. Hypocrisy, not being able to actually see things, right. So it's sad, but it is what it is. I'm sure that if Antetima had put up a purity conference now and said you need to pay 20K each child, you will come and question her and I tell her how freely it was given and
Mm,
freely she.
yes.
That's what we do. That's what we
Mm.
do, unfortunately. Sorry, ma'am, you can please go ahead.
Okay. The next one, very close to that, is what we watch. What we watch. You know, coach, it was a married woman I first heard from that porn is okay for that she and her husband watch porn. I was in awe. I was shocked. She was like, so that's what we watch, so that, and you think your children don't know.
Hmm.
Oh, yesterday I just heard that they were doing deliverance for a child, a teenager, in because she was addicted to porn. And the porn spirit, coach, don't laugh. Oh, I was shocked. The porn spirit was shouting, I'm not leaving, she's mine. You think people are joking? When we talk about these things, we feel like, oh, you people, please stop. In the UK, please, it's not in Nigeria. Somebody will not be saying all these Nigerian people. In
Hmm.
the UK, I got that call around 10 p.m. The woman was saying, this girl, they were praying for her. The porn spirit was saying, She's mine.
And
I'm not
Yetima,
going.
the porn series doesn't even need to say anything. Whether the porn series says it or not, is there.
Because we are joking now. We think
A
that is it
child
not just porn? Is it
actually
not just
told
porn?
me that he started watching porn from the father's phone. That's how he actually got into porn.
Yeah,
From
yeah,
that, yes,
a lot.
yes.
So when we do these things and we feel like, oh, but I'm married, oh, but I'm an adult, I can do
Mm,
you're just growing up. Those
mm,
people you're looking at are
mm,
adults in body in a small body.
mm.
Let's be careful. You know, these romantic movies, romantic series, some of these things have gone overboard. There are a lot of things that we used to love to do, but the moment we became parents, we
That's it.
stopped. We stopped. We're not we found other hobbies.
Mm.
This issue of you sit down for hours, you're watching, even though you did not plan to watch the porn, because you've sat and watched for so long, you will stumble on rubbish,
Mm-hmm.
on trash. Your children, you know, your children can check your history. They are digital natives now. They can check anything you try to hide. They can dig it out from cloud.
Mm.
They can bring it out. Pictures, videos. What we watch will, if you like, preach heaven on earth.
And
These
earth,
children
modeling,
can
modeling,
never believe you.
modeling,
They
modeling.
can never believe you. So you need to check what you watch, what you're reading.
Mm.
Check, the next one is check how you are analyzing how you're analyzing cases.
Oh, talking about how you're analyzing cases, and the team, I must share this story. Oh, no, 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 it can't pass me by. So a parent, a parent was, with the children. She came to me because she had issues, on parenting and all of that. And I gave her the book, Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. I'm saying it again. If you have not started sex educating your child, better go back and start. Get everything sex conversation and start your conversation. And if you are an incoming yada, of course, the Lord has blessed you. So, so when this parent, was talking to me, and I had, I overheard how she was watching a movie. This parent is a pure parent, purity ambassador, talks about children having sex only when they are married and all of the things that we say. And interestingly, a movie was playing and the girl haven't had a child. They didn't have sex before they got married. This parent said, so she didn't even try whether she can have sex before she even got married, and she cannot have children. Pakam, meanwhile,
That
this
is
person
that
has
is
done.
module 101. That is module. You just
No
gave your
matter
child.
what you preach, you have given the child that. What are you saying? Later you will say, I'm not like that. I don't know where my children are getting these things from. Is a lie. It is from you.
Exactly. The way we are analyzing things. Somebody comes up with a baby mama, and you're like, oh, this couple, they're so good together. Why didn't it? So you're even approving of the whole baby mama, baby papa thing.
Talking about baby mama, hey Lord, and talking about baby mama, recently I was telling someone, I said, you see the celebration of how we said that, people are married, celebrities, because they are celebrities. We celebrate them. They're not married. Something happened to them. We come out and say, "Oh, this family, God has really blessed this family." How are they a family? As in, I
How?
don't
When did they
understand.
become a family? At what
Then,
point? Who changed the definition of
then
family?
later we'll tell our children, being a baby mama is not good. But we are celebrating baby mamas now. We are eulogizing them. Everybody, I saw people on status sharing, oh Lord, oh this person. Sometimes I'm like, are you guys kidding? And yet we have teenagers. I don't know. Me, I know that when you have children, I say this to parents in the inner circle a lot, you lose the ability to do things anyhow. You lose the ability to do whatever it is that you want.
Yeah.
Because you need to think. You need to think. Haven't you seen toddlers who watch Nigerian movies with their parents?
Yes. They will even be pressing louder, increasing
Yes,
volume.
now Nigerian. Somebody asked me, "Your children don't understand what I say," because the Nigerian movies we have are so raw that I can't play it. I cannot play it for them to just sit down and be watching. And the person said, "Hey, ha, my 6-year-old watches with me, oh, 6-year-old. Nigeria, they call the same Nigerian movie content that I'm even afraid of.
Mm.
Come on. I think that it's a lot of unintentionality, a lot of unintentional in even analyzing, and it comes from your personal sexual perception. If your
Yeah.
personal sexual life is not checked, you will say those things without knowing.
Unconsciously, yeah. Yeah.
And that's
And
what
it will
happened
be
to me.
fine.
Mm,
And it will be fine. We need to
mm,
be careful about the way we do this analysis, because
mm.
if we keep blaming the media, blaming the pop stuff, those people are business people.
They are.
The porn stars, they came to do business, so they are doing their business. You, why don't you do your own business? Your
That's
business
it.
is to market purity to your children, and to do
Mm,
it in a way that they will patronize. They will
mm.
buy the product. So you can't leave your business and start complaining about something you cannot change.
Exactly.
Who you like, how you empathize with some of these people. Look, you need to just leave sentiments and say, look,
Mhm,
this thing they have done is wrong. It has nothing to do with their music, their videos, whatever. This act, I think it was last month when Fal's mother came and started, it was his birthday, and she was singing for him and praying for him and say, I don't want baby mama. I was so excited. The
mm.
video went viral. She was shouting, bring a wife. I want you to get married. I don't want baby mama. Oh." Do you think that that guy will ever have a baby mama? He won't, because his mom has subtly analyzed that she does not appreciate baby mamas. He's not going to do that. So when
Mm,
we leave these areas as gray areas,
mm,
we're not stating it clearly, because we feel like this their
mm.
generation. Is it not better for them to not better for them to just do it like that than for us to just? Why are you sounding helpless? Why? Today, my husband and I this morning were studying about, the Proverbs 31 woman. I said, husband, let us go to the Proverbs 31 man, who is King Lemuel. He too had a warning, which we
Mm.
don't like reading. We like to read Proverbs 31, the woman. There's the Proverbs 31 man, Lemuel. Don't give your energy or your strength to women. Don't give yourself to strong wine. We already created something that is waiting for my son as he gets back. He will
Mm.
come and collect that analysis. We need to analyze it
That's
for him.
husband in training.
Mm-hmm. Virtuous woman. What of virtuous woman? We need men of virtue.
Yes, in fact, I was going to just ask that question: is purity for women alone? And Ketima has already started talking about that. Purity is for both genders. Now, I'm going to ask Auntie Etima, we're going to talk about purity as per the way we look at it in gender, specifics. And it's really about Auntie Etima, because you see women, they say, oh, so Auntie Etima runs a girls' hub. It starts every January. This one is, and Tetima, are you there? This one
Yes.
is starting January, right? This new
Yes.
cohort is starting January. It's for
Mm-hmm.
girls, and Tetima works with teenagers, not with parents. All right. I usually say that if you bring me teenagers, I will chase you. You run and go and take the teenager where they belong. I don't work with teenagers. I work. Bring yourself. I will mend you. I will break
Break
you, and I will.
you.
That's my rule. All right. And we were talking about sexual purity. And I remember that even when we were getting married, when my husband and I talked about, maybe we talk about not having sex before marriage, people look at us in a weird way, like you guys are lying. So there's always this thing about men are not pure. Men are not, everybody's doing it. There's an everybody's doing it out there kind of mentality. Everybody's doing it. And I don't really have a problem with my boys and sexual purity. It's the girls I'm really worried about. We say things like that. And the teacher, please tell us how this has become a problem and what we can do as parents.
So that narrative is what has caused them to feel like they can do what they like. I usually take pleasure in busting their bubbles. When you bring out principles like, you think men lose more in this whole sexual immorality thing, to focus. They lose. Have you seen a man that's distracted by last year? I think, or was it 2 years ago? Last year, when Chidinma industry was killed by a small girl, all that sleeping around. No, watching porn. No, you where your family, everything is affected. When we are talking to understand that as a king, look, a man that is in honor and does not, those are the kind of things you
Okay.
say to boys.
Hmm.
Because the boys, you talk to them in stay as kings, they want to stay as lords. Angle. You don't come and tell them, don't come and bring any girl pregnant here. You charge them. King Lemuel's mom was charging him. If you do this thing, this is what will happen. There's another trust woman. She will make you become like bread. Look, I've not even heard girls being Christian. I've not heard where girls were warned. All the warnings for sex,
But for men, all, that's the truth.
I've not seen anyone. It's all the men. They have more to lose. You can
Hmm.
boy say, Auntie, please, can I get the scriptures? The boy was so humble. He please, this boy is like 18 years and he doesn't know that. I mean, sure. It means he's been having the wrong perspective about the whole sex. Girls are the ones that get pregnant. Oh, girls are the ones that will drop out of school. Girls have consequences because they are boys.
Hmm.
Putting it on them as a sense of kingship. They need to own the process. You comfortable, you know, they sleep around. Today I read on is no longer immediately I got married to my wife. She's no longer somebody else. The person is very attractive. Hello,
Hmm.
there's no devil pursuing you. You're just indisciplined. You, I love my wife, faithful to her. You're sleeping around,
Okay, I
and
think
this
the
thing,
Tima's
it
this thing is cracking a bit, and the Tima, please, you might need to check that. It's breaking a lot. We can barely hear you while you check that. And the Tima was trying to talk about the male, Vash, this purity thing for male, and the Tima will soon be back. This purity thing for male, and when people ask me about sex conversations. By the way, if you haven't pre-ordered the books, my three upcoming books, Love How to Love Your Child More, Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, and Raising Independent Thinking Child. The three of them right on my screen. You can just have, if you miss to pre-order in the next 12 years, 12 days. You will pay 5,000 each. But now you can do 9,500 for all of the three books and enjoy all of the discounts that is available. All you need to do is just to take the screenshot, take it along with you and run away. People are asking for the girls hub, and the team is going to give you details for the girls hub. Trust me, you know that I always bring you valuable information about your parenting journey, all right? Because we actually need to pay attention to the life of our children. So Auntie Tima was talking about the scripture of King Lemuel. That's Proverbs 31, 1 to 10. We talk about the Proverbs woman. We don't talk about the proverb man. Go and read about the Proverbs man. That would help you a lot when it comes to conversation with your children on purity. Sex conversation, purity conversation is not for female alone. It's not for female alone. Somebody is saying these days of labeling people as homophobic. How do we manage our children? Somebody has a question. Okay, and Tetima is coming. All right, and this is actually very, very key for you to do that. Somebody's asking if we do audible. You can find our books on Amazon. All right, Amazon. All our books are available on Amazon. You can get copies of those books on Amazon and run along. We have quite a lot. Just put Wendy Ologe. Wendy Ologe is my name, and you will find all of the details of our books on Amazon. Vanessa, I hope that helps, right? Okay, thank you, Vanessa. Okay, so thank you. I guess these new books are part of the inner coming years curriculum. Yes, these new books are part of the curriculum that you already have. So the list of books are already part of it. So you don't need to pre-order if you're coming into the inner circle and you have pre-ordered already. So just check it. You will have the books. The books are already part of your recommendation. Please ensure that you get your books. Okay, Antetima is back here. Antetima, you were talking about the Proverbs man. We missed most of that conversation.
Oh,
Would you?
I'm so sorry. I'm
Yes,
so
please.
sorry.
Go
So
ahead.
let me just put it in a nutshell because I know time is almost up. When
Yes.
you're having conversations with your sons, bring it up from the point of kingship. Because the Bible says that a man that is in honor and doesn't know is like a beast. So you give it to them to choose, especially for boys, for teenagers. They need to think, they need to process it in a way that they can own the process. So I asked a very simple question. Have you ever seen a king toasting a babe on the road? Trying to, even in Nigerian movies. I did not say Icheo, I didn't say chief, I mean a king. Most times, even when he needs a king, guards have to go out and get the lady for him. That's to give you a mentality that kings don't just roll in the mud.
Yes.
There's
So,
a way they behave.
mm,
There's a way they carry themselves. If you speak to your son in that manner, he wouldn't see sleeping around with every girl as a hype thing. No, he won't. He will look at it as me, I'm bringing myself down to this level. And please,
okay.
let's not forget the self-discipline thing. Very important for boys.
you,
That's
you
where
know
it
when
starts.
we talk about conversation on purity on sex conversations, we miss it when we miss the fact that discipline is learned. And if your child is not disciplined, your son cannot stay
Son.
sexually
Mm,
pure or cannot. It's discipline, and discipline is not this you're jumping up and down. When you finish jumping up and down, you realize that's why you finish
mm,
beating the child. You beat the child, beat, beat, beat. Yet the child is sleeping around everywhere. What do you think you've done?
mm,
Because that's
mm,
not your child didn't understand what discipline
mm.
means. And when I talk about discipline, I tell parents there are a lot of implications. There are a lot of implications of the wrong discipline we are teaching. Because when you teach discipline at you want to punish a child, you want to beat a child, the child even lose the you know the real need of discipline. There's something we say. I usually say tell the parents in the academy, kings do not throw themselves in the mud. All right, kings do not throw themselves in the mud. You can't see that happen. And if you understand some of these concepts, then teaching your children becomes a lot more easier. Thank you again, Auntie Tima, for joining us. We are we're having this conversation. We lost a bit of time. We started a bit late. So we're going to, talk a bit about talk a bit talk a bit about what I was talking about. I said I was going to share towards the end of the conversation. And there was a review happening in one of the groups, and it was Coach Ebuka that said, when he said, "Who is in your garden?" When in that book where you were writing about the people that influence your friends, and people say, "Oh, your friends." I know we made emphasis. We all know that iron sharpeneth iron, blah blah blah. And then Ebuka said something. He said, we all say all of this, but who is in your online garden? Whose post? It was a very hilarious yet very.
Online gathering, yeah.
Who's in your online garden? Who are you following? Who are you friends with? Who are you
Mm,
liking their post? Who are you
mm,
patching around so that you can just see what is happening in their lives?
mm,
Because according to you, you want to keep yourself updated. You see somebody, an actress wearing something, they say, this clothes so sexy, I can't wear it, oh, but it's really nice, you like
But
it.
it's really nice.
You like it. Um, and then your children would eventually see your online footprints. And this is
Yeah.
actually the sad part of it. So you're going to be teaching something else. The children will come, and when you're scrolling through your Instagram, your child is at the back. You're scrolling, you're saying, look at this actress now. Wow.
Mm.
Sorry, your child is seeing that you are actually following, these
Mm-hmm.
people. Your child can see the people you're following. You just be like, this Bob Risky, eh? God, we punish all these. God,
Look
but
at
you are
what he's
there.
doing. You know the latest.
Yes. And you come, you say, this James Brown. They even bought him car now. Wow. Stupid
Uh-huh.
Nigeria. Eh? You're scrolling. Your child is watching.
Your child
your
is
child is
reading. He's reading you
Your
as
child
book.
is
As a
reading,
book.
you as book. I say that in the school of sex conversation, you are the curriculum.
Mm. That
You
is
are
it.
the curriculum. All right. If you don't want have sex educate like a pro, volume one, you are wasting your time. You better go and get it. You are at the curriculum. Your children are going to be reading you. Your children
Mm.
are going to be reading you. They're going to be reading you like school. Everything
Mm.
you do. And
Mm.
you scroll. When you finish scrolling all that scrolling, you just say, now wow, stupid people. And people are even listening to them. You are also listening to them.
Yes, you were just
You
passing
are
by.
so of listening to them. According to you, you're just, I don't really follow all the things. Anybody that I don't subscribe to, you can't see me follow them. I don't understand how we do it. How you're saying that you don't subscribe to something, but you're there. You just want
Mm.
to get, is it Amiibo that is doing us, or is it is it I
Coach says amiibo. Oh my god.
you want to patch where someone, you just want to get information. Or is it that you just want to stay woke, like Antetima said earlier? And when you're sharing this thing, you say, Bobrisky, I heard that he bought, car last week. All this, you are sharing the updates. Like, I'm
Like it
wondering.
doesn't matter.
Anyway,
Mm.
if you are in the inner circle, you won't even have time for it. You won't have time for Amiibo. I will make sure that your online gathering, yeah, you're working online. You will not. I will cut off the legs online where you are going, and I will strain I will put your legs inside. To be. Thank you again, Auntie Tima, for joining us. And like I said, as hilarious as this thing sound, if this
Mm.
was for Risky going live with James Brown, Auntie Tima, you will
Mm-hmm.
have, we
Pa
will
pa
have
pa pa pa
millions.
pa pa
People
pa
will be
pa.
sharing. You
Mm-hmm.
will share. Come and see. Come. How many of you have shared this link? How many? I say that we bankroll nonsense. I'm saying it, and it looks as if we're bankrolling rubbish. We come out and we say things like, you need to buy a book that's going to this maintain your wife. Why have you not bought it and given to all the friends of your children in their class? I don't tell you what I don't do. Auntie Tima is here. As my children are stepping into a class, I'm thinking, Auntie Tima, oh yeah, bring these books. We need to spread it. The first time it came out, I spread every single child in my children's class got a copy. Because I don't understand what my money will be doing. What will my money be
Mm.
doing? If I buy 200 now, Auntie Tima will become richer. Are you kidding me? Meanwhile, that book to print while you won't even make money at the end of the day.
Mm.
And you can't even buy that book and say every one of my child's friends, should be able to actually read this book.
Coach, talking about friends, one other way that we're, you know, teaching purity is with our friends.
Yes.
When your own friends are immoral, your children are listening. I have that guy now. Where we go enter this one, that one. We went to club. We did. Your children are you're just reading you people. They're like, okay,
Yeah, the
okay, okay,
curriculum.
okay, okay.
Yeah, the
Yes. So
curriculum.
this is how it is. So check your friends. Check your friends. If you have one or two friends that their ways are not pure, their waka no they straight. Change for the sake of your children. Because these children are watching. And
Yeah.
coach is my friend. There's a way behind closed doors. I don't really tell them. There's a way our children admire us. This kind of mommy and our friends. When we want to pray, we pray hard. When we want to play, we play very well. When we want to, and they know what our value system is. We have never sat them down to say, as friends, this is our value system. Our children already know.
Mm-hmm.
And don't you kid me, there are married women in this same city where we live that are randy, and their children know.
No, they all know.
I know a particular girl now. She knows what her mom does. She
Mm.
knows. Am I saying a particular girl? Several girls. They
Mm.
come and tell me my mom is doing it. What does your mom do? They'll just, you know, and
And
in your mind,
unfortunately, Auntie Etima, unfortunately, that person that the mother is there, you are an intentional parent. That girl is in your child's class. That's the unfortunate
that
thing.
is it.
And that's why if you think that this is about you and your child and my family, myself and I, then you have failed in all of these things that we're saying. All right. There are parents that I know, they read a book, a parenting book. In fact, there are parents that they will read Connect Correct, they will buy 10 and say, please come and read with me. But if Bob Risky brings out,
You and
I
this
like
your
this
Bobrisky.
a lot. Because I don't even know what people see in the Bobrisky. I've never been able to watch anything he does. If he comes down and say, I have a product, eyelashes. Do you know that all of you listening to me, we rush, buy Bobrisky's eyelashes and buy for your friends. Because according to you, Bobrisky, are you serious? I like what he's doing, I don't really like him, but I like that he's putting it into business. That's the way we talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way we talk. And then, when we finish, and then we want our children to really follow. I'm just painting a picture for you to see that when you bankroll the devil, you have no business complaining. When you are supposed to put your children in the right places and you don't, you have no business complaining. When you choose to do party pack and you're not doing party pack with what is relevant to your child and their friends, you have no business complaining.
That's
None.
it.
None.
That's it.
When you complain, I will tell you, suck it up, because there's nothing that you're going to do or say that's going to just, make sense right now. You've not done your work. You've not done your work. And that's
Coach, how
why,
about the dressing? How
let's
about
not
the
go there.
dressing?
We will not go home. We will not go home. Sometimes I see parents go to do school run. They say, is it not school run? Braless.
They are on
With that,
bob
and then you start
shorts.
jumping and all of that. It's the thing of when
That's
you
it.
become a parent, you lose the ability to behave anyhow. We've not gotten that memo. If we get it, then there are a lot of things that we cannot do. And you become so accountable. You understand what should or shouldn't be, and what it is that you need to be doing. And most importantly, Auntie Etima, I think we have a problem understanding what is valuable. We have a problem paying for what is valuable. We will pay for, a parent will come to you and say, oh, I don't really have money for my child to register for this class. But that same parent will buy clothes, what the same amount or even more for the same child.
More.
So our value system, it has a problem. We'll buy shoes. One child has 10 shoes. Sometimes I'm wondering, what is it for? A few days ago, I was talking with her team and I said, that me, I don't understand how people do Christmas clothes. She had a good laugh. She just said, Coach, I said, I don't understand. You see this thing that people run around and say, oh, you want to buy Christmas clothes. If the child does not wear Christmas clothes, heavens will fall. Are you guys kidding me? As in, I'm trying to, it's good though. Please, do not get me wrong. If you can afford to buy 1 million clothes and get your children to also understand self-development, please do that. But you know the truth. All of these things that we're talking about, it permeates into different areas of your child's life. Your child is going to pick up all of these things without you saying anything. Your child, your child is going to, begin to do things that you do not, so you will not be wondering, that's not how I am. My children
Yes.
My children, I'm a pastor's wife. We say things like that, and I'm like, check Ikwa. Are you sure? I'm speaking Igbo to you again. Check Ikwa. Are you sure that what you are doing? Are you sure that what you are doing is the thing that is the right thing? Many times we're not actually we're giving these children a different thing, and then we are telling them a different thing. That doesn't work. That does not work. If you begin to do what we do in the inner circle, where we say, why not make your children proud yourself instead of the other way around? Then you begin to live a different kind of life. And, your children will just pick. Your children will just
True.
pick things and they will just work. When you show your children that they need to pay to develop themselves, your children
True.
ensure that these things we're paying for it.
Very
They
true. Very
understand this.
true.
I'm not going to have a child who wakes up and does not understand how to actually grow themselves. We need to understand that some of these things we're doing will eventually, that's what our children are eventually going to take in. So Auntie Tima, please share about the girls hub. The girls hub that started in January, because a lot of parents are already asking me right in the comment section.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. So the Girls Hub is an online annual mentoring program for girls in these four categories. Ages 10 to 14 are the junior girls, 15 and above senior girls. Then we just introduced pre-twins between 7 to 9. Okay, and then the boarders that have their session every holiday. Basically, what we're doing at the Girls Hub is helping girls build their confidence. I'm sure you already know that boys have a problem with discipline majorly, and girls have a problem with self-confidence. We have girls approaching boys now for sex. They are not hiding. And these things are coming from a place of lack of self-confidence and esteem. So we're building confidence, we're building competence, and we are building capacity to fulfill purpose. All the activities, the trainings, the books we're going to read, the task, the project, everything is set towards doing these three things. Again, self-confidence, competence, and capacity to fulfill purpose. So we're starting in January through December. The junior girls and senior girls have their sessions monthly. However, the junior twins have theirs quarterly, and then the boarders have their sessions every holiday, January, April, and September. So that's how it's going to run.
Okay, and please note, it is not free.
No, it's not,
when,
ma.
when parents come and they do this thing as why is the program? It's not free. If you're not ready to pay for it, do not
We
bother
just
contacting.
have 50 slots in each. We just have 50 slots
Don't
for each
bother.
of these
Don't bother.
cohorts.
You'll be
50.
able to go through these kind of free sessions, listen, pick what you can pick, get the display, tips and hacks here and there. Please. It's not free. Don't go and meet Auntie Tima and tell her, Auntie Tima, is that how much it is? Auntie Tima now. But when Bob Risky comes to your city and say 50, you will pay 50K. Please, I beg, I don't want to get angry. Don't go to her for. And if you want to contact Auntie Tima, her name is Auntie Tima Ume. You
Etima
find her
Ome, yes.
Etima Ume anywhere. She's the founder of Responsible Things
Oh my God,
Academy.
coach.
Etima Ume. Etima Ume is on Facebook, on Instagram, everywhere that you can get her. Please contact her. Contact her for all of the details, price, everything that you need. If you have girls, let Auntie Tima help you with your girls. My Auntie Tima is my daughter's mentor, all right? Proudly so. She's my co-parent as well. I have co-parents on this journey. And for me, that's what one of the things that is very important on this journey. And so even when you come and you people become many, I have the liberty to say, Auntie Tima, it's okay. Come and face my daughter. Right about
It's okay.
I can do that. I can actually tell her it's okay. Stop coaching. Come. So that's one of the things that
Oh my
that I
God.
have power I have over you. Don't mind me. And Tetima is an awesome thing. Coach. She's done this for over 20 years. You want to actually get into the system and get your daughters to be mentored. You know, people say there are a lot of teachings for girls. There are a lot of things, there are a lot of learnings for girls. Let me shock you. Most of what girls are learning are wrong. I won't even start this conversation today. But trust me, most of the nonsense out there is nonsense. That's where it is. And that's why girls are now just, it's just hitting them. People say, oh, there are a lot of
Mm.
programs for girls. There's none for boys. It's a lie. Those programs for girls, I've looked at the content, I've looked at the curriculum. And when I looked at the girls of curriculum, I told them, I said, it's time for you to actually begin to revamp some of these things. I remember when I started sex conversations, I started teaching sex educate your child like a pro. And it was a course that we brought up. I started with the fact there are a lot of sex conversation out there. I started with the
Yeah.
fact sex conversation that is being taught today is wrong. Quote me anywhere. And I
Mm.
started to tell parents, you go somewhere, somebody is teaching you, teach your children private part and public part. What a disempowering concept. Very disempowering. Why is there a part in sex conversation? There's nothing like private part and public part, but we're teaching it. You're attending classes online, you're gathering everywhere. They're telling you they mention private part, public part. You're singing along and you're going. That's
There's
what
a
happens
song.
with half. There's a song now. That's what happens with half-baked education. It's very dangerous. And these things are very, very important. So do not even sit down here. And my pastor will say that you think we are faking it. We are called to do this thing that we're doing.
You think
So
we're
don't
faking it?
I'm not faking this thing. Don't even sit down here and just say, there are a lot of programs for girls. I don't really need all of this. Please, you will be shocked at what it is that your child
Mm.
would actually learn. Pay the price now. Like the Akinola said in the morning, if you don't pay the price now, you will regret, it. And later
Mm.
you will still pay the price. You just that the dollar, the Akinola pastor said the dollar would have doubled and you'll be paying more. And that's
I
because you will
agree.
pay. Either way, you're going to pay. You will do the
I,
time.
I agree.
Thank you so much again for being here. I'm sure that a lot
Coach,
of people,
thank you.
some people have even sent you messages. So Ciro said, I've sent you a message. Oh, better send that the team a message before the slots will finish. All right. But of course, you know that my daughter is already inside with front seat. So if you
No,
want,
she's there. She's
do
there
not.
already.
And
I
I
already
will
know.
pay. Don't even kid yourself. I will pay, right? And Tetima is in the yard. She pays to be in the yard. She doesn't attend to be in the yard for free. So don't even come and go to her and say, that's the one I will fight with you if I hear. Don't go, please. It's not free. Thank you
Coach,
so
no,
much.
Yadas are doing well. Yadas already, they
No,
got the
no, no, yeah,
memo
that's
already. They
no,
have no
no, no, yeah,
issues.
no, yeah, that's no, yeah, that's
I
no.
celebrate every Yada level 1, 2, and
They know,
3.
no, no, no. They know
Shout
what they are
out to
looking
you
for.
guys, man.
All of us know what we are looking for.
Truly, truly, I actually celebrate Yadas.
we
I
we
love
know we know what we
what
are
they're
looking
doing.
for.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much again, and
Thank you,
Tetima for
Coach.
coming
I've
in
had
such
a
a short
great time.
notice. I also have had a conversation, an amazing conversation, talking about, girls, talking about purity for men, talking about purity for girls. It's been awesome. I look forward to having more conversations, like this as regard raising the girl child and all of that. And please do not forget that this is our Tuesday Live. We just we're celebrating the purity, World Purity Day, and Tetimabi. World Purity
Yes,
Day.
World Purity Day, Sexual Purity
World,
Day, yes.
World Sexual Purity Day was yesterday, and we had to, bring Auntie Etima right here to do that. Brenda said, "Yadas don't do cheap. We pay for value when we can recognize it."
No,
I agree with
I celebrate you
I
guys.
agree with you.
Seriously.
I'm not even going to lie about it. I'm not
Very
even going to
true.
lie about it. And this information was not for Yadas in any way. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for
Thank
joining
you.
me. It's been
Thank you,
really,
Coach.
really, really amazing. Thank you, Auntie Tima. Love you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Coach.
for being here. I
Love you
really, really,
too.
really honor you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for being here. So, guys, if you want to follow Auntie Tima, not if you want to, go and follow Auntie Tima, because if you are following Bob Risky,
Bobrisky.
you follow him as you're listening to.
Bobrisky.
Go and follow Auntie Tima. Or follow him and follow Auntie Tima. That
Oh
will
my
help
God.
And don't mind me. And I'm sure that you have had a good time. If you have not shared this link with your family and your friends, please do that, with your family and friends. And let them also get what it is that we're saying. If you need to buy books for them to read, please do that. If you need to force their hand, there's something my pastor will say: if you don't bring your friends to Christ, then you are going to be in trouble. And that's the truth. You need to practically, if you don't bring them to TIP, you will be in trouble, because tomorrow your children
Mm,
will be battling. Thank you so much,
mm.
everybody. I see you guys
Thank
here.
you.
I see you, Omolola. I see you, Ciro. I see you, Brenda. I see you, Nancy. I see you, Tino Ade. I celebrate you. See Tino Ade.
Yes.
I see you, Nancy. I see you guys. I see you, Morayo. What's the link to follow Etima? Type Etima Ome and you will
That's
find
all. Mm-hmm.
Etima Ome, and you'll find her. Thank you for joining us today. Do not forget to share the link. Tomorrow we're going to be live at 8 a.m. Still sharing on my intentional parenting journey. That journey continues tomorrow at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. I've been enjoying it. If you have not signed up to be in the inner circle, or yours is your case, I can't even help you. There's a limit to my help. Somebody sent me a chat today and said, Coach, please help. I say, how? A one-on-one session. How do I want to help you? The person looked at the one-on-one session and said, it's the same thing with the price of the inner circle. Don't worry, coach, I will pay for inner circle. I said, it's okay,
Mm-mm.
you're welcome. You're welcome. So please join now, because when you send me a chat and say, please help, I will tell
Help.
you, please pay so that I can. And it's when you pay that I help. I'm
Coach,
very
you're in
serious.
a comedy mood today. Oh.
I needed to be able to do this class, and I'm sure you know why.
I know.
Thank you so much again for being here, Auntie
Yes,
Tima.
yes, yes.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you,
you, thank you.
man.
Auntie Tima also runs a bookstore, a family bookstore. If you want to get books, all our TIP books are resident in
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah,
want to
yeah.
also contact her and also follow up with that. Thank you so much. It was an interesting session, Helena Former. Thank you so much for being here. Do not forget to join us at 8 a.m. tomorrow. And remember that we're here every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Remember to share the link with your family and friends. That's the payment you owe us. This is free. Go and share. When you share, then you can come back and come and be
Yeah.
asking coach help. When you come, I think I'll start asking you, have you shared the links? How many times have you shared it? Before you start asking me those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you again and again. And do have an
Yes,
amazing,
coach. All
amazing
right,
day. How can
coach.
we get Antetima's book? Reach out to the team. My team can direct you to how you can get Antetima's book, of course. So we are all in Abuja. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Send us a chat, and we will be able to send you all of the details you need. Thank you, Antetima, and do have an amazing day.
Thank you, coach. You too.
Remember that you can also still pre-order the books. Just snap this, pre-order the books. If you come in the next 12 days, I will tell you that you need to pay more, and I will like you to pay more. So please wait. If you don't want to pre-order, it's okay. Wait until you need it, all right? So that you can pay us more. We have team to pay, so hey, why not? If not, thank you, everybody, and do have an amazing day. Don't mind me. I needed to actually put up this to be able to do this class today, and I'm sure that you enjoyed this a lot. Have an amazing day, and see you tomorrow.